Hey everyone, Cody from Mactelecom Networks. In today's video, we're going to take a look at a brand new switch from Ubiquiti, the Pro HD 24 PoE. I've been running this switch for quite a while and I really love it. This is a brand new lineup of switches that feature a 24 port PoE, non-PoE, and the best thing of all, it features Etherlighting. Etherlighting allows us to tell the link speed of a certain port, the VLAN that port is on by color code, or if we need to do some troubleshooting, we could flash the port so that a remote technician could spot it easily. Now let's take a closer look at the Pro HD 24 PoE. And isn't this a nice looking switch? This is the Pro HD 24 PoE. Across all of the ports, we have 2.5 gigabits per second Ethernet interfaces, and we also have PoE++ across all the ports. The last two ports are 10 gigabit PoE++. For our uplinks or downlinks, we have 10 gigabit SFP+, and we have 4 of those, which is a really nice feature. We also have the 1.3 inch LCM, and then we have the reset button on the bottom right hand corner. On the back, it's pretty typical of most of their higher end switches. We have this locking in power, which is great, and it comes with that braided power cable, and we also have the RPS port, and we have our 4 fans. Now let's get this put into my rack, and we'll take a look at the Etherlighting. Now that the switch is racked, we can see it within the Unifi Network application, USW Pro HD 24 PoE. It's going to show us everything that other switches would, like the status, version, IP address, and the uplink. We're uplinking to the USW Pro aggregation on port 25. Let's click on the switch. Clicking on the switch at the top, we're going to see the name again, and we're going to see where it's connected, and then we can see all of our different ports. Clicking on Port Manager would allow us to assign the different VLANs. We'll click on that in a second. We can see the PoE power in use, which is barely in use right now. I have 75.8 watts going out of 600. Currently connected to the switch are things like my Unifi Protect cameras, USW Flex switches, which is actually being powered by the switch. Scrolling down, we're going to see our IP information and then parent device. If we look in the middle under Insights, we're going to see different history of what happened with the device, so different firmware updates. We'd also see things that happened with our clients. Now, under our settings wheel, this is where we could change the name of the switch. I'm going to call this Basement HD 24 PoE, and I'm going to press Apply Changes. And then we have the Etherlighting section. Right now, it's showing our different speed links. So if we want to change the color of the speed, so on Fast Ethernet right now, it's showing this purple, we could do so by clicking on it and then choosing any color that we'd like. If we want to do the network, we just need to switch over to the network, and then based on the color, it's going to determine which VLAN that port is on. If we don't like the Etherlighting, there's no toggle switch to turn it on or off, but you could turn it all the way down to 1% and it shouldn't really be bright. Also, there's this breathing mode that the lights go in and out and in and out and in and out. You could turn that off if you don't like it. Scrolling down to the bottom, we have our IP settings with the network override and then our IP configuration for DHCP or setting it statically, and then we have advanced settings. Now clicking into port managers, we could see our ports and everything that's connected to it. Also, we could see these different colors. So this amber color is fast Ethernet, green means it's gigabit, this light blue is 2.5 gigabit, and then the dark blue is 10 gigabit per second. Across this whole switch, every single port is 2.5 gig. These last two ports though, they're 10 gig. We click on port 23 and then we scroll down, go to manual, and then go to the link speed. We could see it does our 10 gigabit, it does 5, 2.5, 1 gigabit, and 100 megabit per second. Now, if we want to locate a port, it's very easy to do. All we need to do is click on that port and then press locate. This will start blinking that port only. All the other ports LEDs will turn off. And that's going to be my video on the USW Pro HD 24 PoE. And I really like this switch. Not only does it have 2.5 gigabit across all the ports, it has two 10 gigabit, and they are all PoE++. Now, what are we using PoE++ for? A lot of our access devices use it, our Connect display uses it, our PTZ Industrial uses it, and now with our newer access points like the E7, it's going to be utilizing that PoE++. As we move into the future, we're just going to be using more power to power up our access points in different devices. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about the new Pro HD 24 PoE. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. All right, thanks.